Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hold on. Let me look. What's it looking like? Come on now. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you be all right? Hey. I don't know why it's giving me this issue over on the Tubi. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why it's giving me this. Yes, that is working. Let's see something. Y'all, I'm just trying to work out some kinks before we get it started, so bear with the kid. And we good. All right, we good. We good now. I don't know why it's been acting crazy, y'all. We just gotta make sure everybody's working. No. Oh no. Trying to go live right now. Y'all, it's a wild place up in here. But y'all see that title? What y'all think? All right, y'all. We about to get ready. Two more people. I know, Dubs. We almost there. I just got. What is happening here? Why is my last joint not working? All right, y'all. We are back, and looks like we live everywhere. I'm hoping we live everywhere because this shit gonna be crazy. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's happening on my last little content page. We was doing well yesterday. Today we having issues, though. How y'all doing, though? Hold up. I'm about to put on the screen what we getting into, so that way y'all have at least a little something other than my little head looking around like, what is he doing? What is he doing? You know, what the hell is he doing? No, cancel. That's not what we want. So if you see my last stream, guys, you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes to this one. But this is about the young lady who, if y'all watch that pop the balloon, this is the one that she don't got arrested. Y'all, it's craziness. So happened. Why is this? What's popping up? Oh yeah. Right. You see it. Watch. Wait. And this is what we about to look at. Y'all see homegirl right here? This is she. So if you haven't been watching and you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on in the internet space, this lovely young lady right here, this one, she came on Pop the Balloon, wasn't even a month ago, and now is up for about a 16-year time in jail. So we're going to jump into the content because it don't hit national news. Actually, I think we got it right here. Where is it at? SpaghettiOs. Yeah, it's in national news now, y'all. Y'all see this thing? Oh, let's let it.
A woman who claimed that former Major League pitcher Trevor Bauer sexually assaulted her is now facing criminal charges. KTLA 5 Samantha Cortese joining us here in the studio with the story.
Glenn and Lou, the Cy Young Award winner, appears to be exiled from Major League Baseball following multiple sexual assault allegations. But in a video online, Trevor Bauer is asking what more can he do to prove he's innocent now that one of his accusers is facing serious jail time for extortion and fraud. A woman who accused former Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer of sexual assault has been charged with fraud in Arizona. A grand jury indictment unsealed Monday accuses Darcy Adana Esmonu of fraud and theft by extortion against Bauer and another man. Esmonu sued Bauer, saying he raped her and got her pregnant in 2020.
Great.
Bauer,
hold on, wait a minute. See, they're saying harsh words now.
But later said she had a miscarriage. Bauer posted a 5-minute video on YouTube responding to the indictment and addressing allegations at large for the first time in months.
Here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million...
So, see, it's getting really crazy. Hold on. I don't want to stop him too hard.
In the countersuit, Bauer's lawyers claim she took the money for the abortion and went to Philadelphia to get LASIK eye surgery. Esmonu,
abortion money went to go get LASIK eye surgery.
2021, leading to his 194-game suspension and apparent exile from the MLB just months after signing one of the largest contracts in baseball history with the Dodgers. That accuser, Lindsey Hill, and Bauer settled last year without any payments between the two. Bauer was never arrested or charged.
At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
We tried reaching out to Esmonu and her legal team, but were unsuccessful. Her next court date is next week, and she could face more than 16 years if convicted on both charges.
But I said
now at 1 o'clock,
years.
from accuser to...
So look, y'all, hold on.
Now at 1 o'clock.
I'm going to turn off the sound. As y'all can see, I just want to say, if you are working your way up, and this is for everybody, y'all got to watch who y'all have involved with you. Because just because they find out that you have some money, and I'm going to get into this video because it was clear as day this is the type of person she is. Because if you watch that Pop the Balloon episode, she gave off 100% gold digger. All right, I watched this with my co-host, actually, and, it didn't really hit, you know what I'm saying? And I know you guys saw me talk about this a couple of days ago, and, excuse me, y'all, I need some water. And when I talked about it, I was definitely just talking to the guys here, but this one is for everybody now. If you're striving to be great, you can't let people just be beside you just because you want some fun. All right. You need to be having people in the same trajectory. That doesn't mean that they're trying to be great in the same realm as you, meaning striving towards business goals or striving to be great at, athletics or anything like that. You need to be aligned with the person and know that they ain't got ulterior motives. And it's real easy to discern. Give it time. but at the same time, I mean, you got to jump into crazy shit. So I'm gonna read off what Spiritual World has here from the newspaper article, just so you guys can get a little bit more highlight on the criminal charges and everything else that's going on with this case. But before I do that, please hit that like button. If you're liking what I got for you guys, hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be bringing a lot more to you guys, because I'm going to be here every single day. Got to you a little bit late today because I was at the gym, you know, getting these gains, because if you don't work on yourself, who else is going to do it for you? You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So, and over on Rumble and Twitch, sorry guys, because we're actually multi-streaming today. We doing something big. Yes, sir. So, if y'all can hit that follow for me, please. We're actually only 2 away from making that awesome, amazing affiliate program over there on Twitch and here on Rumble. You know, you guys, I appreciate it. I'm just getting back in the game with you guys. I have been here actually for a year's time, but it took me a little bit to get back. All right, I'm gonna start reading, because I know y'all probably like, all right, I'm tired of all this exposition, but the episode is just getting started, so just ease into it. Get yourself a nice little drink, because this shit is hot, popping, and ready to boil. Okay, so one of the women accused of former Major League Baseball pitcher Trevor Bauer of sexual assault, Darcy, I don't know how to say any of this name, so I'm not even going to try to, Adesu, what did they say? Esaminu, I don't know. Esaminu have been charged with felony fraud. Okay, I don't know the name of this county. The Maricopa County grand jury indicted Asmuna on Monday and charged her with fraudulent schemes and artifices. Excuse me, it looks like articles. Artifices, a class 2 felony. Golly, my throat dry as a mug. Yeah, that gym ain't play with me. As well as theft, extortion, a class 4 felony. The first crime is described as a knowingly obtaining a benefit from the victim by means of fraudulent pretenses, representation, promises, or material omissions. Omissions, y'all, not admissions. The second offense is described as as knowingly obtaining or seeking to obtain property or services from the victim by means of threat to to in the future expose a secret, etc. The maximum prison sentence for these 2 crimes is 16.25, which is absolutely crazy. So that's 16 and a quarter years in felony prison. All right, so that's Fed prison. They're going to send her to the feds. The crimes were allegedly perpetrated against Bauer and another man named Marco, I don't know how to say his last name either. Marco Breschini. All right. So Trevor Bauer responded to the indictment of Darcia with a video on social media, which we're going to get into. We actually played this video for you guys the last time, but we're going to get into it because this is major to all the evidence that we now have. In it, Bauer is explained that he did have a sexual encounter with Adesu and claimed that she kept pursuing him to have more, and even at one point requested that he give a sample of his semen. Yeah, she wanted a sample of the jizzle lizzle. She wanted a tube and a vial. She said so that she could use it for future children. Okay. He also claims that she made at least 4 7-figure demands. So that's 4 different times she demanded this man to give her a 7-figure deal for one time. Because he going to say it in the video, but they only got together physically, at least to my knowledge, one time. That's what he says. Now, it seems like they might have, touched bases a couple more times than he's putting on, but hopefully not. But it's also crazy that this guy had the largest baseball deal known to man, or probably known to man, and then immediately after that got all these things all these allegations thrown at him that got that career taken away from him. So now he's been out of the game. I don't even remember how much. I think it's been a few years at least. And it's like you just threw away talent, y'all. Y'all didn't understand why he got the money. The deal wasn't just because he was a person. That man worked hard to become as great as he was. Now, I don't know what his record was. I don't watch baseball myself, but if you guys down in the comments are baseball fans and you know anything about it, please let me know so that way I can give you a full, better perspective on what's going on. But this shit is bananas, B. Okay, so then she demanded, over the last few years, so that's how long she demanded it. So for more than a year, after the one time they slept together, like I said, and only after Lindsey Hill made up her false allegation why did they put her middle name in here now? All right, y'all. Did Darcy retain a lawyer? They trying to confuse people who are trying to read this now. This is craziness. Then she demanded $3.6 million damn dollars. Goddamn.
Gotcha, bitch.
And claimed to force to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irrevocably damaged. I don't give it. Listen now. I don't understand from the one sexual encounter and she's asking you for sperm where she thought she got pregnant from. Right? Okay. But here's the thing. She never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant. And the record even corroborated that she was never pregnant, y'all. So this is her own medical records. And again, we're going to get into a lot of all of this. You're going to be able to see it firsthand. So like I said, if you can, just give me a follow, a like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it because it's going to be absolutely amazing, guys. I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be one for the absolute ages. Yeah, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me get back. I just needed to check something. So y'all see she, right? Y'all see she. And we about to step into the realm of what the fuckery did she think she was doing. Let's go.
Like volatile, dangerous, like if.
And like I said, these ads ain't going nowhere until y'all get the likes up, get the subscribes up, because we got to make it big before I can pay for YouTube. Now it's called premium, but it's still YouTube Red to me.
If I
y'all almost watched that whole thing
or something, he might accost me.
What do you mean?
Accost me, like belittle me or put me down if I like. It seems like you're not good with like a negative comment.
One thing that they won't show in this particular video, but you can check out when we did the Pop the Balloon over on After Dark Discussions, which will highlight when she, clear as day, went from this to Gold Digger, because it was one gentleman came on and she tried to come at him for his ability to provide, meaning what he had in his bag. Because he literally came on the show with a briefcase, and when he came on with the briefcase, she tried to size up his pocket and ask what kind of money he had access to, and how she will be able to pick from the access. But you're gonna have to watch that episode, or even if you watch mine, because this might be able to get to it a little bit quicker. Because at that point I was just analyzing, I'm like, yo, you're just looking at my man's bag, like, and it was crazy because he did come out with a bag on, I mean in his hand, of course, but she made it a priority to make sure dollar amounts, how frequently the money was coming in, where it was coming from, and whom, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, who was paying it out. So it was wild. Excuse me, y'all. It was very wild. And yes, y'all, it don't stop. We had a comment in saying this shit don't stop. It does not stop, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna let it rock, because if you just look at her, yo, and I'm gonna wind it back, because what she just said was she was projecting how she would try to say that these people are. This is the problem what it is today, because the mindset is if I'm a victim, everybody should believe me. But now we're seeing that the victim mentality is now being thoroughly combed through. They are taking a fine comb tooth to see if these allegations are really true, because now we're not saying that they're not doing it, but we're trying our best not to be falsely imprisoning people, which I definitely appreciate, but it's going to be a long and hard road.
With like
What you mean?
accost me, like belittle me or put me down if I like. It seems like you're not good with like a negative comment.
Me?
So you.
No, not at all, sweetheart.
Okay, well, see, that's that sweetheart. Yeah, I just observed and I noticed that, but that's all.
As far as you was straight. You was alright. But you got your own opinion. Can't knock you for it.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
And you said she's
Ain't no
straight.
love.
Does that mean she's someone that you would approach?
She just want to see what's up with your dollars, boy. So be happy. You saved yourself.
Okay, cool. Well,
Save
And now she's facing
yourself.
16 years in prison for falsely accusing and trying to extort two different men. One of the guys she tried to falsely accuse is named Trevor Bauer. This man used to be a Major League Baseball pitcher, and he hasn't played a game since 2021 because of false accusations, and he proved both of them were wrong. But he's a victim of the mindset of guilty until proven innocent. And sometimes even if you prove your innocence, you still get punished as if you guilty. This man lost millions of dollars and can't play the sport that he dedicated.
And this shit is the wildest thing. So as you can see, young, she's just over here, and the way she was out there sizing everybody up without taking accountability for what she was
his
going
entire
through,
life
it's
to
crazy.
just because of two false accusers.
One of the women who accused me of sexual
All right, so this right here is the full expose on what Trevor Bauer came out to say after these false allegations came out. And now that we see that it's going to come to light that these false accusers are about to face jail time, real serious jail time. And I am curious because, again, it's going to come out when he says the video here that there were 3 accusers. The first one is not facing any time. I'm not too sure about that one, but that's the one that had the most traction with everything going on. The second accuser, and now Adisu or Darcy, will be facing major jail time. I think the first one actually be facing more, but you got to watch the optics on who's getting time, y'all. Okay,
assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against
and y'all know what I mean.
Imagine that. Now, let me catch you up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money.
Before he keeps telling the story, just to add a little context, the first girl who falsely accused him was named Lindsay Hill. Here's the story.
Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsay Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another, in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work?
Yeah, and see, now this is something that's crazy because I said this in the other video, but what the hell was she thinking she was going to do? Ain't nothing nailed down. He got a $51 million contract. You know what I'm saying? Or was it that? It was $151 million. Excuse me. And what was you going to do? Take the damn house? You was going to try to run up the house? No, she was going to try to make you a fucking predator, bro. And then every time that you had to be called a predator, she was going to get some money from it. But then not thinking about it because you can't start making any more money. So you're just going to get a little bit of a pocket change of the aftermath of the blowout that you don't made a mess of. That's what I'm saying. People be looking to blow up your life and take breadcrumbs from it. You got to watch the fuck out. Okay, y'all? I'm going to let him explain it. I'm going to let me wind it back. Because he's going to start showing both text message evidence and a lot of this other stuff where there's medical records and everything else that let these accusers show that they were bullshitting. Y'all, wake up, y'all. And I don't even want to say wake up because it's not even about waking up, because that woke culture shit is what got us led here in the problem in the first place. And I'm not saying, because the notion of being woke isn't the problem. It's what has been subverted to. So what I mean by that is what it has changed to, just like any of these other movements that are now an issue for us. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let him rock though.
Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said, being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million.
So see, and this is why you got to paying attention too, because it's like she wanted to.
Another text.
She wanted him to, in the act of having an encounter, to go overboard on what she would have probably requested from him. Y'all hearing this? This is what a lot of y'all be thirsty for. Y'all want somebody to let y'all do all of this and that to them. But when you're a man of caliber, when you become somebody of substance, you have to be careful who you allow in your space. Because this took him out the game for how many years? And what is he supposed to be doing now? Because he can't make money off of that. If he's lucky, he can try to get an endorsement. But who's endorsing somebody who's an accused, an assaulter? People are getting dropped for less right now. And a lot of y'all think that just because there's some people making money from certain things, there is a system to every platform that's going around. Why is it that you don't know any OFers with endorsement deals that they put on commercials that you can see? But they got baseball stars, rappers, and all that on Wheaties boxes. Why is that true, y'all? If y'all don't understand, I'm going to have something in a minute to help y'all to better clarify what I'm really trying to put down for you. Because if I can't tell you, I know somebody who might be able to. But I'm going to let this man rock because this shit is really crazy.
In a separate agreement, Hill's insurance company, which had covered her defense, will pay her $300,000 record show. In a statement, Hill's lawyer, Brian Friedman, called it an outstanding resolution for Lindsay, saying neither Lindsay nor anyone on her behalf paid anything to Bauer, not a single dollar. Even better, Lindsay received $300,000 from her insurance company. Based on that payment, Lindsay agreed to settle the lawsuit. Hill said in an interview with The Post, despite Bauer's claims that she plotted to derail his career for financial gain, her allegations were never about money. I'm finally free from his grip, and to be able to move forward with my life is better than anything money could ever give me, truly. The fact that she didn't get a punishment and actually got $300,000 for falsely accusing a man is crazy. And then she gonna try to say it wasn't all about money. He never got proven guilty, so the only thing she got from this situation was $300,000, and she's saying she's happy because she gets to move on with her life. Sounds like it was about money.
Excuse me. I just want y'all to understand that $300,000 was a payout to Lindsay, not Darcy. So Lindsay was the first one that accused him. So when you look back at it, that's why I'm saying like that one's a little sketchy. Again, I ain't never been in a room with this man. Never sat down and spoken to him ever in my life. He's not paying me to talk about this at all. All I'm saying is it's a little sketchy. And I know that so things work differently at a higher level, just like how taxes work differently and different tax brackets. You get what I'm saying? There's different opportunities available and there are different consequences available. And a lot of people just want to look for the good without understanding the bad. So if you go and work your way to claim the bag, guess what? There are going to be things that a lot of things. My grandma used to say it like this, and I think this is the best way to put it down. They're going to be leeches. They're going to be people waiting to suck the damn blood and life force out of whatever you don't damn did. So you got to be vigilant more than you would have been beforehand, because a lot of these people will look nice, come with a pretty smile, and come with a good ass story that make you fall for their bull. All right. But yeah, nah. So again, that was Lindsay, y'all, that got that 300,000. So that we don't have anybody unclear about who we're speaking on.
The only other one, Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were. So here's some of the...
Yo, this is crazy. Again, y'all, so if y'all watching this, please hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe and or follow button, depending on where you at. We appreciate it. It's free to you guys. It absolutely takes only a second, and it makes it so that way we can grow the channel and I don't have to have these ads on, and then we can get to it quicker than you think, and you can just get into the content and really get into what the message I'm really trying to bring to you all.
We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough.
So see, this is what I'm saying. He had one encounter with her. This is how long he's been out the game. So 2020, this is 4 years ago. Shorty is just getting indicted now. That's why I said a lot of this court stuff, takes a little bit of time, and a lot of people think just because if you did something, results happen the same day, especially when they're trying to investigate and they don't think that you are somebody that did it. It takes a little longer, which can also work in your favor or in your hindrance. If you ain't been watching, shout out to the lead attorney. You can see the little Rudy interviews straight from the court cases, live from the YSL case that's been going on, the RICO case that's been going crazy. And I think that case might get thrown out because I've been taking some time to check it out. It's been a shamble the entire time. And it was supposed to be some record thing, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this. All right.
She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted.
She said, "Baby, can you give me a tube of jizz? Can I just hold on to your warm innards? I just think I need to save it. Yeah, for a rainy day. Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen. I just want to have it just in case you get a torn ACL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as soon as that happens, I'll just, What? Ain't no damn, yo.
Oh, that one was hilarious. That was even funnier than your first joke.
Yeah, because ain't no way in hell you was about to get that from me. What? What? Let me, hold on, let's.
At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future.
Hell no. Hell no. If you didn't get it from me the time that I was willingly giving it, you ain't getting a sample to hold on until the future to have it when you feel like it. Because she would have waited until she was at the end of her career. And what I mean by her career is the end of the dating market. She's actually a pretty intelligent woman, right? Because she would be able to go around and be like, oh, well, I did this with this guy. I did this with this guy. And now I have this vial, right? $150 million vial. It's savings. She's saving up for real. If he had did it, she probably would have thought that, okay, I got one. Let me see how many I can add up. And watch, she would have been the Angelina of babies of Hollywood for different people. Had how many different kids? Because I'm not trying to go on Angelina, but how many different kids you want to change? You want to change it up? She could be the Nick Cannon. She would have had different baby daddies for every day of the damn week, and it all would have been a different paycheck. You hear what I'm saying, though? And this is how a lot of these people who are doing it on this level be thinking. Because it's not about getting one paycheck. She got to think about the rest of her life. And that's why I be wondering why a lot of y'all be thinking that everything is about just today. Y'all ain't got no plan for the next, not even the next 3 months. I'm talking about people come and ask you 5-year plan. Hey, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 3-year plan? I need y'all to start thinking about those things because they are very, very important to you. It's going to take your life from being, oh, I can't stand going to work. oh, I can't stand the place I live in. Oh, I don't like the car, but I'm just getting through. I'm just going to make it to the next damn day. Start planning and mapping out your life. And I lie to you not. Things will change beyond your wildest dream. I'm going to let this rock because I definitely got to get into the math of why this woman thought that gold digging this way would work out for her. And I know y'all probably like, well, you're not explaining it to me too well, but I got something for you. I got something real special, real spicy. And y'all gonna tell me if y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all will get down in those comments and let me know.
It's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records.
Boom, right here. So, by urine tests, and I'm pretty sure that they have blood tests as well. I know a lot of y'all are like, well, y'all don't know because urine tests don't work all the time. I'm aware. I'm pretty familiar with how medical procedures go down because I happen to have a very, very, very close friend who happens to be a nurse and happened to work in pediatrics. And guess what? Was in OBGYN before that. So, even though I might not have been there firsthand, I might know a little something. And on top of that, I just so happen to be an uncle to 13. So you don't think out of those 13 times I learned something? Because I am an uncle to 13. These kids were born after me. All right? Think about that. I've been around. You know what I'm saying? When you've been a player that's been around, you honestly start to understand the game at a whole different level. And that's why it's going to be important to take time to really and get yourself involved in understanding what's going on around you instead of being so caught up in just yourself.
When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address
okay, so
other than your
that's
home?
my time to tell y'all to hit the like button. Please subscribe and follow so that way we can build and grow the channel so I ain't got to have no more ads on the screen and I can bring you the straight heat and fire right to the dome.
Morning show what actually happened. That there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have.
Yo, y'all hear how diabolical that shit is? They said, we don't have any evidence. We don't have a shred of evidence. But, sir, we coming for them pockets. Them dollars is going to be ours. And guess what? In a weaker situation, they would have won it. No evidence, nothing but the word that I got hurt. Now let me hear if y'all think that it should be both ways. If a man felt like he got sexually assaulted, or essayed, please don't demonetize me. I'm not even monetized yet. But if you felt like a man was essayed, or that was the notion that he came to the courts with, do you feel like he should get a substantial claim? Let's just put it in perspective. And I'm not saying that this is what they're doing. Let's just say an Oprah, who else you want to put out there? Not a Kamala. I don't know, any of the WNBA ladies, right? It came out that they, used their WNBA strength to force you down and to take it from you, to collect your seed and breed, right? Now you got all the evidence showing that you didn't want it, video and all that. Do you think it would be right for men to now get what, $3.6 million out of their check? I'm just curious. Please, down in those comments, let me know. Because that's the only way I'm going to know. We got to grow together. Let me know. My phone about to die, y'all. But I'm still going to give y'all this straight heat. I'm just not going to be able to see all the comments that are coming in right now. But bear with me. We're going to keep it pumping.
In which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they inform Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. And of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well.
Oh, no. Yeah,
she made up
Nikki,
bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him, too. And it gets worse.
Weirdos. Sorry, y'all. We got weirdos in the chat. Gone. All right, it's gone, Nikki. Thank you.
In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case.
We don't have no mods tonight. I came in too late. Everybody sleep. I'm trying to rock out right now. Hold on. Let me try to see. Let me call in a favor because I might need it. Try to get it while my phone's still alive, y'all.
She immediately made sexual assault claims against him, too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one...
Yeah, nah, my favor not getting called in, I don't think. Nikki, you still over here? You see if... All right, you can see it. You should be able to see it. You should be able to see it.
Two other accusers. Just because the first two are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are. Here's a couple facts about them. They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media. They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity
thank you, Nikki. Good night.
A civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused.
You sleep well. We got to talk soon.
To the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury.
So wait a minute. You hear what he said though? She tried to, and this is Darcy, tried to get other girls involved, but when they had their time and opportunity to come to court, they chose and opted out of it. They wanted to handle things out of court so that way the truth would not come to light, because with the level of publicity this gentleman had, it would have definitely been like the YSL case where they would have been able to report it to the news, and we would have been front row and center seeing the fiasco would have been these fake fraudulent accusations firsthand.
Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all of their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women and their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me, no ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested. But that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point Do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
And that's why I don't promote male promiscuity, especially if you a man with any kind of money and any kind of influence.
And what he's saying by promiscuity is, look, you got to keep it wrapped up unless y'all locked in. Ain't no switching up. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here gunning, and it could be. I mean, the funny thing is, y'all won't see it on the same level as it is for women coming for men's money, as it is men may or may not be coming for the ladies. The thing is, though, why is it that we are allowing it to become like such a norm that it's like, oh, well, that is just what happened to him. He should have been paying attention better. I mean, granted, like he said, he's lucky that all of these law enforcements are on his side. He also has some other privilege working for him. But yeah, no, but we want to kind of, what's it called? Understand the thinking of this. So I want to say shout out to
does a wedding ring have to
Homath right now. Yeah, and can't say no other way. Y'all let him say that and have that handle on YouTube is crazy. But shout out to Homath, because what he does is he breaks down relationships in a very mathematical terms, using psychology, sectors of the brain, memory, the seven senses. He uses pretty much everything and quantifies it so that you can understand it via math. And he puts up all kinds of charts and all that other kind of stuff, but you're going to see it all here. Now listen to this one. And I like the way he started this video off. It's actually very wholesome.
How much does a wedding ring have to cost?
Baby, it could be $50. It really doesn't matter. I just want to be in love. I want to be genuine. I want to happy.
People say I'm too negative, so I'm starting with that. She's saying she wants a relationship based on connection and not on transactions. This is the
Tell me if y'all like these visuals. Hold on, I'm about to give y'all full, because I know it's
sprinkle lady. At least I think it is. I know she says it. I don't know if she invented it. She's basically the inverse of what I do. She understands relationships and recommends focusing on transactions.
But you need to hear that ATM going. God did not put me on this earth
to
suffer
hear that.
with dusting. I don't hear no envelopes rustling with cash in it, and I can't hear him.
You get the idea. Worry about your needs first. This is a strategy. It's a game.
Now listen, if you ain't watched my video on why your ass can't find love, this is exactly what I explained without the lovely visuals, but it's transactional. You don't want to be doing this. If you're really in it for love, you got to give away that transactional mentality. And the hard thing about all of this stuff is you already know what it's like to give and love transactionally, so you're going to have to learn all of these things. And excuse me, I'm tongue twisted a little bit. Once you unlearn all of this stuff, it's going to be like a breath of fresh air. And then you're going to be like, well, damn, why was I living like this all this time? And I'm going to help you guys to get your way to seeing things a little bit different. But the way he explains it, it's like moving up in levels of consciousness, because a lot of things start at one level and we slowly work our way up. But once you get to the higher levels, it doesn't always mean better. You need to be able to discern what level that you need to be working or operating at so that you can get the best results possible. So we're going to get into that in greater detail in a different episode. I want to say thank you again, guys, for watching. I'm not turning this off, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of shout out. Thank you, y'all. All right, let's let them rock.
And it's about getting your needs met before giving anything of value. She tells women how to get top treatment even if you're not giving it. And even though that works on an individual basis for some of your needs, it leaves a lot out, especially connection. And connection is what makes the world work. We make different decisions when we care about other people compared to when we only care about what we get. I made a bunch of...
Y'all see that? If you only care about what you get out of it, that's when y'all start getting those negatives and all that other kind of stuff. Weak, dependent. You see what I'm saying? It's when you're, always giving in. So look, this dude is probably a perfect representation. It's like, he's choosing between going up in the scale. Now, y'all not really understanding it because it's a very long video. if y'all would like, I can go through the longer video so you can kind of understand the levels to it. But this is a man choosing whether to go up in the dating realm or go down. Because if he goes up in the dating realm, if he goes for a 10 or a 9 or above his level on there are different expenses. He says it says strong and intimidating. But, usually the expectation is a lot higher once you go higher in the dating realm. But then you go down and then, things are a little cheaper. Now, the quality of it might not be as good. And then you also have to reference that to your income and everything else. But I'm going to let it rock because that shouldn't be the measure of each other, guys. That's why I'm saying leave that transactional shit alone. But this is how you would succeed in that kind of scale. And that's why it's always back and forth looking back. That's why you always feel like you don't know what you're doing. And everybody's like, well, I got to always look over my shoulder. Yeah, because you're not in it for the right reasons. You're over there looking for if somebody else got something. Somebody else got exactly what I got for a better deal. That's why a lot of these ladies be concerned about what you're doing over there. If somebody's worried about you cheating, that's exactly it. And I'm talking in business terms, but that's only because it's clear as day. If I'm this lady and they just happen to look identical, no, they don't look identical. That's the point of it. Why would I go up here with a $3,000 price tag that's going to be sucking up? And that's a continuous payment. That doesn't happen one time. You don't buy that one time. Okay, that's $3,000 plus expenses. When they say that you got an $8 price tag down here, if you're doing business, you're getting the better price tag. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said in that video. So please check that out. I'll actually link that up here after the live goes on. So yeah, y'all look forward to that.
Videos about money and how times have changed and how people are valued for what they can provide and how the government has made laws changing how much we can provide. And every relationship has transactions. That's what I need from you.
I hope y'all heard that particularly. I really hope y'all heard that particularly. I hope that y'all guys out there really heard that. And I hope y'all ladies really heard that. That's why it's so hard now for everybody to really look at an average person, because the government has shifted what it is that you are able to provide. The government has decided what it is that you're able to provide. So you're looking for people that are able to quote unquote provide more. Well, guess who decided that? The people you voted for. So now that it's an election season, that's why you should really be locking in and paying attention to what they're actually going to be, what the laws and stuff that they want to implement. What are their campaigns run on? Y'all need to know. It shouldn't just be, oh, Kamala the woman, Trump the man. That's not how this race is going. It's who's going to bring the most benefit to you and your own family. And the problem is the sway will happen without you ever knowing. Don't let all the hype in the media be the issue that you can't make a reasonable damn decision. Make sure you get in there and do your own research. All right. I know that there's a lot of stuff talking about the 25 and all of these other kind of things that they got going on, but make sure you read extensively. And if you can't read it enough, guess what's out now? You can use AI to make the layman. And if you don't understand what the layman is, you can take AI to take all of the stuff that you don't understand and make it simple enough for you to understand it in an easy, digestible way. But I'm going to wind this back because what he's saying is really rocking. The government has limited what people are able to provide. So all of you ladies that don't feel like a regular man is able to provide for you, that's because the government has limited it. And if you really want your man to be that guy, help him to be that. Because I'm pretty sure all the guys that you've dealt with want to support you in whatever way they can. Not everybody's going to have the right thing now, but they'll try. So all we ask is for reciprocation. And that's why a lot of these guys are going outside of here to find it. But we're not here to talk about that. Let me let it rock.
provide. And every relationship has, the government have changed, and how people are valued for what they can provide, and how the government has made laws changing how much we can provide. And every relationship has transactions. That's what I need from you, what I need from you. But you can satisfy your needs in service of all these things, or at the...
And this is a beautiful circle, because something I was told, and I now teach, is that, you know, when you're changing yourself, it shouldn't have to affect all of the other things that go on in your life, but you do have to take account and, you know, remove yourself when needed and stuff like that. But it can affect these other things. Now, if you are working on yourself and you choose to let it affect all these other things, then you are the problem, because this is a self-contained bubble, y'all. Now, if other people are affecting you, they are then the issue. If the community is affecting your family, which is affecting you, the community is the issue. But we are all separate bubbles. Now, if your family and friends are affecting the community in a negative way, it might fall back onto you. Now, I don't want to make this too confusing for y'all, but just understand that it's a trickle down effect here. And it's not like, okay, you have to get all of this backwards. Now let them rock. Hold on, let me show y'all.
Or at the expense of them. Here's what I mean.
How to get over the guilt of taking money from a man with zero intentions of being intimate with. The same way men get over being intimate with women with no intentions of having a relationship. You know, they don't walk around feeling guilty about it, so why should you?
Basically, men are privileging this over this, so why shouldn't you? Either he wins or you win, so make sure it's you. And I get it that it's tough out there, but I'm not here to help the boys.
And see, it's not about who wins. See, this is the problem. It's always about who wins, right? And the problem is, just like how you don't hear love songs on the radio, there ain't no love songs that's going popular or going viral. It's because it's all about what I can get. But the real genuine love is, what can I give so that way we both can get something out of it? That's genuine love. Think about if you a mother out there, shout y'all out, but y'all should know this better than anybody else. So you wonder why you be having issues in your relationship. Think about how you nurture your kids. Do you nurture your relationships the exact same? Do you put that type of energy into it? Do you give into it and not expect back? Because you can't expect your kids to give you the same exact love that you're giving to them back from you, especially when they're children. Now, I know a lot of y'all might grow up and think that your kid is going to take care of you when you're on your deathbed, but you're not. That's not promised. Especially the way the world works now. If you raise them to, get it on their own and make sure that they're making money so that they don't fall behind, they ain't going to have time to be taking care of you. Because the way that the world is working, the government is going to limit the time that they're going to have available to even look after you. So think about that before y'all get into bed and y'all think about how y'all going to raise these kids. Make sure you think about all the long-term effects that everything that you put into your child, how it will come back out, how it will be regurgitated. Because I remember back in the day when kids used to be like, oh, well, they blurted out something, but guess what? They heard it from somebody else, right? So it's always about the input, because whatever you input, that's the expectations of output. If you're lazy at the house and all of that, expect a lazy child. Don't expect them to be more energetic and stuff just because you saw them running around as a kid, but they watch you. At the end of the day, they're still a product of you too. So whatever you got in you, they got a little bit of it too. Let me let it rock, y'all, because I know y'all came here to hear this.
When I'm here to move things in this direction, I would never date anybody who thinks that the relationship is about her. The relationship is about the relationship.
I just want to be in love. I want to be genuine. I want a happy, healthy marriage. So the ring is just a symbol of my commitment to my man.
Would you need to hear that ATM going? That's what you need to hear, man.
So however much.
So you see that if y'all looking for that real genuine connection and y'all don't want to be caught up in that, I might get that as a sound effect. Because if you don't hear that, if we see a gold digger, we going, Say hey, put sound effect in the chat if y'all want that joint. We can get that sound bite. But no, I actually like want y'all to really understand that looking to gain something from somebody as what you would call a relationship, and it could be any kind of thing. It could be just like the things that they could provide without genuinely caring for the individual that they are. You're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be real fucked up. And just like he said, if you value yourself over the relationship, then I wouldn't deal with you. And that's as simple as that. Now let's listen to this lovely lady because she knows what she's talking about. Not this. We're gonna listen to all of it though, because it's the whole thing. She just want to be happy.
I want to be genuine. I want a happy, healthy marriage. So the ring is just a symbol of my commitment to my man.
A symbol.
But you need to hear that ATM going. That's what you need to hear, man.
So however much he can really afford, whatever he feels like he wants to give me, I think that's better.
Better than anything. Whatever he wants to give me is better than anything. So I hope y'all could do me a favor and hit that like button for me, y'all. It might be something else. I got something for y'all. And then hold up, I do have one more math equation for y'all. If y'all want to rock out with it, give me a W in the chat and I'll keep it going. If not, I'm a rock out. I see some hearts. Thank you for the hearts. If you can actually drop down. Oh, you did it. Never mind. I'm gonna be quiet. Appreciate the hearts. If you could drop down and let me know if you want to hear this next part. It's about accountability and the math that's going on with accountability now. I will let you guys watch it. If not, I'm going to be taking myself to bed because I have to get up and get things rocking. If you have liked this video, I appreciate all of you guys for coming out. I got some comments earlier. I know we got here a little late. I'm going to be trying to get to you guys tomorrow at least, at the latest, 8 o'clock. But if not at 8 o'clock, we will definitely be back. We will definitely be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Man, can y'all see this right here? I don't know if y'all can see this. Well, we're going to be talking about accountability for sure, because we're going to talk about how it is that you can show accountability, what it looks like. We're going to talk about that math again. We'll get that math back up in there so that you can understand it and can give you a little bit of mathematical empathy. You know what I mean? We're also going to be showing how the world has transitioned from not being accountable and pushing the narrative onto other people, and how you can bring yourself back and not be caught up in all that whack ass bullshit. But if you like the video, please hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And guess what? If you're over on YouTube, they actually give you something real special when you hit that like button. Some fireworks are going to hit you when you hit that like button. So please hit the like button for me. I appreciate you. This has been your host, Juice. I appreciate you guys, and I love you all for coming out and sharing with me all this good time. We only been out for an hour, but I think that's enough time for tonight. And I just want to say peace.